Ashley, I think I know which county you're in. And they've sort of got some chronic issues in this area, which is really confusing to me, being that they employ a behavior analyst, but I've had repeated issues throughout your particular school district when it comes to only partially serving the needs of the child instead of fully serving the needs of the child. And if the star reading and math are indicating multiple grade levels behind and they're not serving that area, then they're not acknowledging that there could be more going on with your son than what they are acknowledging or recognizing. So yes, just by eyeballing it, first of all, them sending him to an alternative school for a little bit, which, that's what I call backwoods discipline. And look, I'm not, I only, if you're where I think you are, I only live, down the road, and I prefer backwoods. So, I'm not being critical in that way. I'm just saying that, rural Alabama really hits it hard on the discipline, thinking that a good spanking and an alternative school seems to cure all problems, and I am not a believer in that. But that's what I fight all the time, and at some point, I guess they'll have to figure out that just doesn't, rubbing some salt on it isn't gonna help your son. So. Just looking at that, I would love to look at his behavior plan, because I have a feeling that it's highly punitive in nature. Doesn't come with any tangible goals with regards to behavior, and then also services that would need to go in there to help him self-manage, self-monitor, and gain skills in these areas. The behavior plan is meant as a protective coating around him, so to speak, and an acknowledgement by the IEP team, and really an acknowledgement by the school itself that your son is not capable of following the student code of conduct as it's written. And so therefore, the behavior plan is a set of accommodations that protect him while the IEP team is working with your son on his behavior goals, using the services, the peer-reviewed scientific positive behavior intervention strategies that we know work, in order for him to learn those skills that would make this not necessary anymore. But at the same time, what I can almost bet is that a lot of the problems that your son is getting into is directly related to the fact that he doesn't understand what's going on in his 10th grade class, being that he's on a 7th grade level in his academics. And because there is a real correlation of kids that, don't know what's going on in class, being disruptive or sleeping or being accused of being defiant because they, are talking back. I mean, you got a lot of unstructured time. Not even unstructured time, but even, it's a cycle. But I am one of these believers that the deficits in academics are large contributing factors to the issues when it comes to behavior. And I don't see where they've tied those together, at least through your scenario. I don't know how much success you're going to have in addressing this tomorrow. I don't know your meeting is to be, or what it's to deal with. But you're talking about the need for a full overhaul on his program in order to get it right. And this is a critical stage for him, and he's halfway through his 10th grade year. And if he's on a regular diploma path, and I don't even, want to ask you whether they've inserted transition services for him in the form of trade school in the form or working on trades, whether he's on a college track, and it doesn't matter if he is, they need to also have the transition services and tangible transition services in place as well. They should have referred him over at least to Alabama Vocational Rehabilitative Services, or what we call Voc Rehab. That should have been done last year when he was in 9th grade. There are so many things that I have questions about with regards to your son's program, because it sounds like to me that it is an absolute shit show. So, and if it is, then like I said, I just don't know how tomorrow's going to fix that. I just don't think that they are providing him even close to a free and appropriate public education, or what they're supposed to. But, you're here and you want to learn, and I think that's great. So, obviously update me. Send me a private message. Let me know where you're at. I think I know. I think it's the county next to mine. And good luck. But like I said, update me. I'm very interested. Very.